Hi folks, for today's video I'm really excited because I get to finally play with the legendary Analogman King of Tone Overdrive. Alright, before we get started, I really want to give a shout out to my buddy Raul for being the one to loan me this pedal. I also want to apologize for being a complete YouTube noob and completely forgetting to get any image of the pedal itself in this video. My sincere apologies. And with that, let's get going. So for anyone that doesn't know, the King of Tone is another one of those legendary overdrive pedals. Very, very similar to, say, the Klon Centaur, the original TS-808, the Nobles, the original Nobles overdrive, that sort of thing. What it was designed to do was to take an amplifier that was running at lower volume and recreate the sound of that amp as if it had been turned up loud enough that you were starting to get, some of that nice natural amplifier gain. It's a 2-channel overdrive pedal, so you've got 2 actual separate pedals built into the enclosure. And while there are dip switches on the inside that you can use to choose which, pedal, which switch does what, I didn't mess with any of that. So the way I had it set up was one channel was set for overdrive and the other channel was set for distortion. Now the pedal that Raul was nice enough to loan me is a version 4, which has more of the higher gain setting on the distortion side. It's higher gain, for a given value. It's never going to be a real high gain type distortion pedal. We're not talking Metal Zone here, folks. But what it does do is get you into some absolutely wonderful kind of classic rock, hard rock, kind of singing lead sounds. So what I tried to do with this video is show how versatile the King of Tone can be. So I'm going to be using it with several different guitars with different types of pickups just to show how it plays with different types of instruments. I'm also running it through some different amps, running anywhere from clean to kind of a classic crunch to a more modern overdrive sound to show how well it can work as a lead boost when you want and need it. So with that, let's start getting into the clips. So for the first clip, I'm using the pedal as somewhat of a clean boost just to show how it can take a clean amplifier and kind of drive it into that really nice, almost edge of breakup sound. For this clip, I am using my new Chapman ML Pro traditional guitar, and it's going straight into the pedal, which is going straight into the front of my Carvin X60B head. That's being sent through an old Carvin 212 cabinet, which is then being captured by just an SM57 microphone. And this is what it sounds like. For this next video, I'm using my Kiesel Delos, again going into the front of the X60B. And for this, I'm using the pedal as a clean lead boost. What you'll see is I'll start out using just the overdrive side of the pedal, and then I will go and add the distortion side on top of that. And what you'll see is there's actually a pretty fair amount of gain on tap. Next up, we'll be doing the same kind of thing, only this time with my Ibanez semi-hollow 335-ish type of thing. So the pedal will be being used at a nice clean lead boost. The touch responsiveness on this pedal actually surprised me a great deal. And it shows a lot in this clip, I think. Well, let me know what you think. And for this final clip, I'm using the King of Tone as a lead boost on an already pretty overdriven channel. For this clip, I used the Warmth Velocity that you can see just over my shoulder here. And I've got it plugged into my Victory the Jack V4 pedalboard amp. Just using the built-in impulse response on that, and you'll see what I mean. I also added some reverb and some delay in post using Studio One. So here we go. Alright, so final thoughts on this pedal. To put it mildly, I definitely see a lot of where the hype is coming from. This is a very open sounding, non-compressed overdrive and distortion channel. It stacks on itself very nicely, and it's very, very versatile, so you can use it in a bunch of different ways. Now, does it live up to the absolutely insane amount of hype that exists around it? That's really hard for me to say one way or the other. It's not quite as hyped up as the original Klon Centaur, still has a lot. Also, the wait time, if you want a new one right now, is insane. We're starting to get up into the 5 and 6 year mark now. Having said that, if you have the money and you find one available, yeah, I might recommend picking one up. It really is just about that good. So there you go. There's my thoughts on the King of Tone. Let me know if you agree with them, disagree with them. I'd love to see what anyone has to say or thinks about this subject down in the comments. And with that, I'll see you guys next time.